Looking for a name.
Okay. Is there any topic that's off limits that you can't approach when you're doing these? Like, is there anyone you cannot possibly do a drunk history about?
It's a good question. I think some things you don't, if it's making someone that we remember as a good person a bad part about them, we don't want to do that and not saying that we want to ignore history, but there's some things that happened a long time ago that it's just not great bringing up. We like finding like the people like you knew a little bit about and showing you how great they were, or finding the small characters like Claudette Colvin, who did what Rosa Parks did a year before Rosa Parks, but people don't know about her. So finding stories like that where you're just like, how did I not know this? But I always say the only rule is as long as it has happened, we can do it. But there's also things I wouldn't want to touch.
We stay away from religion.
Religion is a good thing to stay away
Derek's
from.
mom's a Bible studies teacher, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to.
Yeah, but even if she wasn't, I just think religion and comedy is a scary thing. And that's what's fun about the show. It's like, no, these are things, it's not telling you what to believe, and they're just saying, no, these are things that happen. Take them for what they are,
Do your narrators generally get to pick their alcohol of choice, or do you kind of dictate that?
It's their choice. That's whatever they don't have a bad experience with. So our job is to make them as comfortable as they can be in their own home, drinking what they like. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we actually have to let them buy their own alcohol and choose their own alcohol. We're not legally allowed to provide them.
What do you find is the most common weapon of choice that people seem to gravitate towards?
Mad Dog 2020. No, I wish that was true. I'd say probably whiskey or wine.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of people who claim vodka doesn't give hangovers who do that, but I think they all still have hangovers.
Yeah, everything gives you a hangover. Even if you don't drink, you'll have a hangover.
Is there anyone who's gotten so far out of control you just couldn't use the footage?
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean,
You just go, all right, next.
Yeah, or actually with Natasha Leggero, we went back.
Yeah, there's some people that you have to reshoot, but I think we wouldn't want to show the outrageous moments that exploit them in any way. But yeah, there are definitely some that we can't show out of respect for ourselves and them.
is there one in particular that when you talk to fans of the series that they say, oh my God, this is my favorite episode? Does anyone point to anyone in particular?
I don't know.
I feel like there's still a candle being held for the very first one that we ever did. I feel like
One line. It was the Michael Cera, Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr. Yeah, that was the very first. So yeah, I mean that will always be my favorite, just because that's how it started. So
it's so organic too. I feel like we're always chasing that dragon, trying to get back to that first one. It happens so perfectly. It's just like
nothing's ever better than the first.
But I'm curious because you guys started back in 2007, right?
Yep.
How working on now, I got a full legit set. Compared to that, playing the sound of the drunk audio, like what's the difference with that? I mean, how'd you do it back
Well, it
then?
used to be on a laptop, and now it's on a sound system. Okay. Yeah, like a PA. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And somebody's operating it that isn't Jeremy or I.
yeah.
And also, I'm curious too because I'm from Charleston.
Oh, cool.
Why did you pick those stories for Charleston? Because there's so much history in downtown Charleston, but those are very, very eclectic stories you guys picked.
I don't know if we'll do it all the time, but I'll give away. The thing that we do is we try to find the best stories for each season, and then we try to figure out how can we relate all these stories into one theme or one city. So it wasn't like we have to do Charleston. But when we found all these stories, it was like, oh, this will make sense to do a Charleston episode.
Yeah.
And I love Charleston, and I love those stories.
Well, did you guys like set time aside to research and to like?
Yeah, we do about 6 to 8 weeks of researching.
With researchers.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's not just like Wikipedia. You're actually like.
Yeah, going to libraries and not us, people. I'd fall asleep in a second.
I have a question, but it's actually more of a request. Ever since I first started watching your show and I loved it, I wondered if you would drink with me sometime. If I had a bunch of alcohol right now, would you drink with me?
Would I? Yes, I would.
You would.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. Was that a
I
setup?
set you up. I set you up.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Pick your choice. And you guys can take
This is not like a mimosa. This is.
This is whatever you want. I got a little bit of everything.
Kevin,
You guys drink.
is this what the red carpet refs always do?
Yeah, we cater to our talent.
Well, cheers.
We'll let you guys choose first.
Yeah, you guys
and
pick
then
what
Wow.
you want.
I'll pick from what's
Yeah.
left.
I don't know if
Well,
there are any
drink.
more questions.
Is everyone drinking?
I'll certainly.
Yeah.
They're all sealed bottles.
Well, I've been sober for 10 years.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I can.
All right.
We got some
I'll
whiskey.
go
We
with,
got a nice scotch
I'll do
there.
a scotch.
We got some cheap tequila.
That was really nice, Kevin. Do you guys have
This is
any other
Some Dan
questions?
Aykroyd.
Oh yeah, Dan Aykroyd's
Oh,
Crystal
yeah.
Skull vodka.
The guy from Blues Brothers 2000? I thought you guys would laugh at that.
So you guys started, with the theme being a city, and then towards the end of the season 2, you went, you had a sports and then a ladies of politics thing.
Yeah.
Where do you guys kind of, get these specific themes from? And then if you can tease anything for what's coming up, if there's anything that you're excited for, I'm just kind of curious how you organize it all together.
God, I was just getting so nervous about drinking this. I didn't even hear one word you were
All right, I'll answer. Well, kind of like what I was saying to that's Mike, right? Sorry, Mike, Hunter. I'm sorry, I haven't even drank. Hunter. What I was saying to Hunter with Charleston is like finding the best stories and then figuring out how they all relate,
Right.
and branching three together. So the same thing with themes, but we always wanted to do a First Ladies episode. That was definitely my favorite of the themes last year. But this season, it's really exciting. We have a couple of theme episodes. One that's all about the history of spies, all different spies, like Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, we follow Harriet Tubman after the Underground Railroad when she was working as a spy for the Union. Very, very cool.
Very cool. And then we do. Oh yeah, Octavia Spencer plays Harriet Tubman,
Academy
Yeah.
Award-winning actress Octavia Spencer.
But yeah, and then we have one on the inventors, and we have one on games, like the history, like Milton Bradley, how he started, and all the history of that. And what we're going to show tonight, an early cut of the story of Bobby Fischer in the games episode. That Taran plays Bobby Fischer.
Oh, very cool.
And then we also go to space. Is how I was going to end that. Yeah, space is pretty cool.
Do you guys do people approach you more to be in the story part or more to be the storyteller in general, or is it just kind of a mixed bag?
More storytellers.
Because they get to drink for that, so.
Well, I think it's less like arrogant, right? To be like, hey, put me in one of those things. It's like, hey man, I'll get fucking shit faced.
Right.
So then I have to go like, oh no, you're too famous to get shit faced. You can be in the reenactments. But I think it's even. Either way, we're lucky on both ends.
Sure.
And that's kind of the goal of every time we film a narrator. It's like, God, we leave and they're so sad. They're well taken care of, but knowing they're going to wake up feeling like shit, we got to make the best reenactment so they know, like, all right, that was for a reason. And no one's ever complained.
This year,
They did, I didn't listen.
this year I actually turned the camera around on myself and got drunk. And
It was just him and a camera. I don't know why he didn't.
yeah, and the camera
recording.
wasn't on, and so nothing happened. No, but that was
Timed that
interesting.
perfect. As soon as I took the shot.
That we've
She was
gone
waiting
through,
for it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That we've shot now how many stories?
100.
We filmed 100, and I really felt like I knew exactly how it was going to be. I knew what I was going to do or not do, and then I put alcohol in me, and then everything went out the window. I was just the worst.
Shit makes you crazy. It's a poison. There ain't no doubt.
So do people ask you about being it, or is it more that you have to go out and pitch to people? Or is it more like they want to?
People come and say they want to do the show, which is really cool. And now, as it used to just be a small group of our friends that were doing them, and they still do them, but now we have more options. So it's a weird thing to be flattered by.
I have a technical
I want
question.
you to come over and get me drunk and film it.
On a technical aspect, do you guys have like a medic on staff?
Yep.
You pregame and all that, so you got to cover all the bases.
Yeah, we
How much pregaming
everything's
do they take before they get on? Because
pregame.
you start and
we
they're
shoot like
wasted.
about 6 to 8 hours because
Really?
anyone that has alcohol understands that when you first have a little, life is great, but it's not really that funny, and then add a camera to that feeling, and then you're going to start really trying to be funny, which trying to be funny will never be funny. It's when they keep going and they get tired of trying to be funny and they're just talking.
Yeah.
So it's any human being would do what everyone does, so you just have to respect that and go outside, smoke a couple cigarettes and wait for it to kick in.
So,
All right, I've got to cut it there.
Go ahead, Ernest.
with the Confederate flag probably coming down tomorrow in Charleston, could that hopefully be inspiration for next season?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Thank
Just
you.
curious. Thank you.
I didn't mean to cut you
Oh
off.
no.
I mean,
Congratulations on
Yeah. Charleston. I love Charleston.
Cheers.
Thank you so much, Kevin. That was so sweet. I feel
Grab another if
good.
you want, man.
All right, I'll tell you. Lauren's an asshole.
Who? Lauren is?
Hey,
oh,
nice
I thought you
to
said
see
Lauren at first. That was my girlfriend.
Lauren.
Over there. I was like,
Lauren.
I was about to throw
No,
it.
Lauren is lovely. A beautiful Loki.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
Yeah, cheers.
I think it's fun.
I know.
Hi,
I don't
hi.
think this one does. That one can't.
That one doesn't. I got
right?
it.
Yeah.
Sticky poison? I didn't bring wine.
No, yeah, thanks. No, I'm a
I'm
wine
sorry. Actually, I brought wine. They drank it.
Good, as long as someone did.
Hi guys.
So yeah, I'm curious.
That would be yours. You like sweet
I do like sweet
liqueur.
stuff. Yeah.
How is it rehearsing with that PA with the drunk dialogue? Like, how do you guys get in the mood for like the movements and all that kind of stuff?
This is a Taran question because he's done more reenactments and I do more drunk storytelling.
It's very helpful because they're very efficient with their setups. So it's rare that a scene is longer than maybe 3 or 4 lines each, like in an exchange. So it's sort of these little slivers of the overall video, so that helps. They send you the video and they send you the audio file before you even show up. So if you're diligent enough, which I think a lot of people who do the show are not, you can do the research ahead of time. I myself am not. It's so they'll start lighting and they'll play it over and over and over again, and you probably get to hear it 10 to 12 times before they're even rolling. The problem is you're also there to hang out with the people you're shooting with, so you're socializing and you're talking. So hopefully some of it sinks in subconsciously, but because it's never long, it's pretty easy. Normally by the 3rd or 4th time, everybody's pretty much in sync.
So usually 3 or 4
The band,
takes?
I mean, they turn into NSYNC.
But how many takes on average?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say no more than 3 or 4.
Yeah,
probably.
this is the other thing that I don't think anyone knows. Each reenactment is shot in one day.
Yeah.
That's unheard of
Yeah.
in film. Imagine, and that camera, the DP won best
Blake,
camera,
yeah,
Blake
Blake
won the
McClure.
ASC Cameraman's
Seriously?
Award.
Yeah.
One day
For
these guys
tradition.
have
For
to
that
do
show?
each
Yeah.
reenactment.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's skilled.
that's,
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah. No joke.
people are working hard.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
It is.
How does the direction change between each take? I mean, if you were acting drunk or trying to do one thing, but we need more emphasis on this word. I mean,
By the time you're doing the reenactment, it's really about the laughs more. I feel like the drunk part, you hope for laughs, but it's mostly about the story, and then the reenactors are about the laughs. So normally direction will just be hey, maybe hold this up to your face, or maybe tickle him with this thing, or maybe your hand slips off. When you hear that hiccup, like do something with that physicality.
Yeah.
It's rarely like play it this way, more angry. This time you really want to sign the Declaration of Independence. So it's truly the most fun experience. Paget said it perfect earlier, in that it feels like you're going back to playing with your friends in the backyard and rolling the camera and like, okay, now you're the ghost, put the sheet over. Okay, great, now we're going to go over here and you jump off the roof. Like it's that loose and fun.
Nice.
It's a low rent. I mean, not a low rent show, but like you're just you're sitting on the curb next to a card table with some pirates' booty on it. Like it's not a big budget situation. But everyone who wants to do it, the reenactors, are so good that it's really they can do it in one day because people like Taran and mine was with, I did it with Alia Shawkat. I can't say the name. Shawkat. Alia Shawkat and Bobby Moynihan.
Yeah.
And they're just on it, and they studied, and they knew how to, and they were great. So they're able to get it all in one day, but it's just really fun and loose, and it is, you just want to hang out with all the people that you're meeting that day. Like, oh, wow, I get to meet so-and-so.
So were you guys approached, or did you approach Derek?
We both approached
Derek after seeing the videos from online, which I have to say was
2005, 4, 5?
That's almost 10, 11 years ago.
At least,
I spent 3 years asking him.
7, 8.
Was it 7?
7? Okay.
So in 2008, I started asking him if I could either reenact or be a drunk storyteller, and it took until Comedy Central for him to
7 years later.
7 years later. But I was persistent, you guys.
I
kept asking.
Your liver thanks
When
you.
did you? I know, right? When did you start asking?
I met Derek at the premiere of Hall Pass, and we ended up spending the whole night together, like till sunrise. No, but like at the after party, hanging out and bonding, and I said I will do anything. I'll play the smallest, just to be a part of that, because it just seems like it would be a blast. And then again, when Comedy Central picked it up to a show, I was like, if you need anybody, please. And he and Jeremy have been very generous to have me back every season.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Taran, first of all, you're Vin Diesel in the Bambi SNL.
Yes.
It's one of the funniest things I've seen in many years.
Thank you.
Absolutely, I was dying when I saw
that. That was fun to do.
Are you going to be drinking anytime soon? And same for you, are you going to be reenacting anytime in the near future?
I don't know. I've never been blackout drunk in my life. Like, I've never been, like, fully inebriated. I've been pretty tipsy, like, loose and giggly. So it would be, like, a real commitment. Like poetically, I want it to be, like, Season 10, Taran finally caves.
Hopefully we can get there.
Let's get there. Why not, right? Why not? Community, 6 seasons in a movie.
Hey,
that movie's got to be around
That's
got to be around the corner.
Thank you.
I love that.
You do have to actually be drunk. Like you're blowing a breathalyzer, and you have to be legally drunk to tell the story. You have to be over 0.08.
Oh, okay.
I've been a consistent 0.13. And then what happens is at the end of the night, once you finish your story, they make you wait 15 minutes before you can't drink anything, water, or you stop drinking. You're like you finished your story, the crew's packing up, they're sick of hearing you talk. You wait 15 minutes, then you blow the breathalyzer a couple more times to make sure that the number is going down, and then they maybe if you're alone, they leave someone to stay with you. Because my husband was there.
Sure. Maybe, yeah.
So you have to come down, but it is you're drunk. It's not easy, and if Taran not drinking that much, I would say you would need to just like go into training.
Cool. I'd like to see that montage.
Training, rising up with I'm the tiger.
Did you remember the episode before you saw it, or was it just like, I don't remember that at all?
Remember?
Oh
Did you
no,
remember
sometimes no, sometimes no, sometimes not. Sometimes going, what am I talking about? You really, it's probably completely wrong to say that we get that drunk, but there's some, what is it?
But you're here. You know
I'm
what I
here.
mean?
I'm meeting you, wonderful people.
You mean
I'm on television.
you've arrived to the con?
I feel like we're making history come alive.
Yeah,
For people.
you learn. You laugh, but you learn.
As a narrator, when the script comes to you, like
You don't have a
Is it
script.
just a general framework? Just somebody.
You don't have a script. You pitch to Derek historical stories that you want to tell. Sometimes he'll say, because I pitched him once. This year I pitched, I think 4 or 5 ideas, and he's like, "Nah, not really interesting." He's like, "What about this story?" And I was like, "Oh, I know a little bit about that." So then you go research. You research it. They don't send you a script or anything. They will send you. They'll say, "Hey, we found some other stuff." While you're research, everyone, is you and the producers are getting on Wikipedia, and you're finding books, and you're finding, film if there's film of anything, if it's that recent history. And they're sending ideas to look into, but then you have to put together your story. Like, what is exciting about it to you? And what is a story with a beginning, middle, and end? And then you call and you pitch it to the producer that's been assigned to you until they say, okay, you're now ready to get blotto drunk and tell a story that people will want to reenact. Yeah. So you do your research.
So where did you learn about the Killam brothers? Because that's not something that we hear about in history class.
There was actually a movie called, I think, Road to Wellville that came out a long time ago. And I found that story fascinating and then went on to Wikipedia and was looking up what's the story of these two. And it's really just a tragic, fascinating history. So I pitched that to Derek and he was like, okay, go. And then I would call and tell the story. And the producer would say, no, you're veering off in this direction. And it's not really interesting visually. So make it, go back to the relationship. Okay, so go back in and work on this story so you can tell it, word for word and date for date from memory.
So you guys have mentioned a few times about learning. We're all talking about getting drunk and learning. So what do you think it says about our education system that a lot of us are learning more from drunk history than I ever learned in high school?
Yeah, I think that's a valid question in that, I have a daughter going into the school system, and what's most important to us, other than quality of education, is teaching her the value of application. And I think education right now is very obligatory across the board in the country, and you go to school because you have to, as opposed to it being explained why it's useful or why it should be interesting or how you should be navigating through that system. So I think, if there is a reason, I think drunk history kind of takes out all of it. Doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a lesson. It feels like fun. Right. And you always retain things more when it's a visceral memory as opposed to just words coming at you.
So should it be shown in schools?
No, definitely not.
It's too bad too. But it's Derek Waters is passionate about history and specifically about stories that we aren't necessarily taught in school. And what do those stories tell us about humanity? Like it really is a noble, beautiful thing to want to make a comedy about a fascinating part of our American history.
Yeah. It is the way, since the dawn of man, it is the way that history has been passed on, pre-printing, you're around the campfire and you drink and you eat and you tell stories and maybe things get embellished and that makes them more fun. And I do think that there are educational tacks that do apply a childlike version. Sesame Street is an example of, it's not drunk history, but it's silly history, or it's silly math, or it's fun and it's colorful. It's really about teachers. Teachers deserve more money.
Yo, absolutely.
I'm gonna steal them.
Sorry, you want to?
It's a stupid question. I was just going to say.
There are no stupid questions.
If some wise person were to name a drink after each of you, and your name having brew in it already is halfway there, what would that drink be? It's a stupid question. I warned you ahead of time.
No, mine would be like ice cream and bourbon. Something like that.
No, that's amazing. It is.
All right, well then I'm going to take this and leave. I thought there was no judgment here. You fooled me into a sense of trust.
Mix alcohol and ice cream, it does not end well.
It does, right? Alcohol, right?
Mudslides are literally like the thing that first got me, so.
Oh, well, there you go. That's about it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I only drink, well, no, you know what I did start doing? I started making, taking that cheap Freshenet champagne. It's like $9.99 a bottle. They have it at supermarkets. Mixing that with lemonade, and I'll just grab herbs from my herb garden and toss them in. So I'm trying different. I had like an oregano lemonade champers. So is that my drink, or what I would I would name it like a Brewster Rooney or something? Well,
yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, if I go to a restaurant and I order the Paget Brewster, what do they bring?
No, I don't. Too much wine, probably.
All
Okay.
right, I've got a snack. I'm thinking I'm so much.
Thank you guys very much.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate
Cheers.
Pleasure meeting you, man.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
nice to meet you.
Oh,
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
wait, why are you drinking the sweet one?